Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into it.
Mm.
Have you seen Amy Schumer? Well, before we get to Amy Schumer,
Yeah.
there's been allegations come out about Bryan Callen, which is so fucked considering it's just after this whole Dalia shit that's happened.
Yeah.
The allegations against Bryan, they're just allegations. And then we have fucking idiots like Amy Schumer coming out posting about it, posting it on her Instagram and whatnot.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then saying as well on that if anybody else has stories about Bryan or other people, here's my number, call me. So basically,
like she's the person that can
she's the fucking law.
Yeah.
All you're doing is you're encouraging people to make up shit.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Like, you're not someone that needs to be told that information. Yeah, if it's something
who the
illegal.
Fuck are you? And she goes, I'm glad that I can be the face and stand up for women. Who the fuck are you? She's a fucking idiot.
Literally.
She's just a little girl that steals fucking jokes. That's basically crying for attention, if you ask me.
That's what I see it as. Like, she's trying to be like the big person to look at me. I'm doing good. But
you're an idiot.
You're not doing good.
The majority of people look at you and like, you're a fucking imbecile.
Annoying as fuck.
Yeah, like, fuck off. You're not relevant. No one gives a fuck about what you're saying. You look like you're crying for attention. It's pissing me off because you can't come out and say shit like that when somebody hasn't been charged with a fucking crime. Because all you're doing is you are hurting. You're basically putting these people as guilty before they've been even in front of a judge. And that fucking pisses me off because these people have worked on their careers, Dalia and Callen.
Mm-hmm.
They've both been in this industry and killing it for fucking years, right? Bryan's been in the industry for like 30 years. And now there's allegations that have came out. One from like 2009 and whatnot. They're allegations. So her coming out with the fucking platform that she does, she's basically ruining people's lives before knowing the facts.
Yeah.
So basically what she's saying is if you have a vagina and you say something, it's automatically true. Which is fucking bullshit. Because I can come out and say that I was sexually assaulted by Amy Schumer.
Mm.
You know what I mean? There's no evidence.
People will run with that story. Like,
you can't use a platform for shit like that. She's a fucking idiot, and I can't say that enough. I cannot fucking stand her. And hey, if he's done something wrong, you come out once the facts are out, and once he's been charged with a crime. But this whole generation and this whole movement of people are guilty until proven innocent, that's not how the law works. And I fucking hope, I really do hope that she gets some repercussions for this.
Yeah, because she's basically like being the judge and jury of it all.
Yeah, who the fuck are you? She's a shit comedian that steals people's jokes, and she's calling out people that haven't been charged with a crime as if they're fucking guilty. And she has no position. She's not in any position to be doing that.
No, and I guarantee she's the same person that would say, like, if people are writing hate on her stuff or people saying this and that, she'd be the same person to go, ignore them comments. Like, that means nothing. But you'll have one allegation of sexual assault to someone else.
She thinks she's fucking...
We'll go with that.
She thinks she's fucking somebody that has... she's in a position to be... Like, she's never studied law. She's never studied anything. But what? Because you've got a following on social media, you have the right to tell people what this guy did. Yep, that's true because a woman said that. That is so sexist, if you ask me. Like, why is she only doing it for women? She's going, I'm happy to be the voice for women. Shut the fuck up. Because, dead set, she's a fucking idiot. And anybody who thinks that what she's doing is amazing, you're a fucking idiot too. Whether you're a male or a female or gay, bi, transgender, whatever you
choose
to what
be.
you are.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's frustrating because...
Frustrating to say the least. Imagine if you're Bryan.
I know. Someone
if he hasn't done any of this shit, for fuck's sake, man, I feel bad to think that could be me in that situation. That could be your brother, your dad.
Mm-hmm.
That could be anybody in our family or whoever's family, and they're being charged as guilty before they've even seen a judge or before there's even been any real evidence.
Not to mention his kids are at an age that they're going to be reading all of this. It's headline shit on the internet. Like,
yeah, but it's at the end of the day, it's like me coming out and saying something against her. That's my word. Why is somebody's word the truth and the other person's isn't?
Yeah.
You're basically taking someone's word and going, oh, yeah, that's true because she's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
wrong.
Not right.
It's so wrong. And
not to mention, she said to call my numbers on my page, to call me if you... So you're basically encouraging your fans to call you and make up bullshit just to get in contact with you.
Is she just going to post about it, or is she going to contact, like, the police or whatever?
But there's no evidence. She can't call the police.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, is she just going to take information and repost it?
It didn't happen to her. So I don't get what she has to do with it other than crying for fucking attention. Like, go steal some people's jokes because...
She get fucking cunt.
Yeah, that's like, I might as well dig through all her shit and pull out all the stuff, like the racist shit she said in jokes and shit.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, I don't even have words to describe her. Whether he did it or he didn't, they're allegations. You cannot say that somebody's guilty before there's facts and evidence. Oh, like, look at the Dalia situation. It was headline news for a couple of days. Mm-hmm. Everyone, he's guilty, he's guilty, he's guilty. He comes out, puts the emails out saying, well, hey, once I knew their age, I didn't reply. His career's gone, like his podcast, he hasn't been doing anything for months now. Mm-hmm. All because of a couple fucking Twitter posts. And then you've got Amy Schumer, who thinks she's the fucking queen, or whatever the fuck she thinks she is. And now Bryan Callen is the next victim, in my opinion. I feel like Bryan and Dalia are the victims in this from the evidence we have. Because I haven't seen any evidence. All I've heard is people have came out and said shit, right? But I can say that fucking Donald Trump touched me in the toilets when I was 4 years old. That doesn't mean it's true. I've never even met him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
And because they're a woman, it's automatically true. Everyone's talking about equality and equal rights for women and for male and females. Yeah. Yet, when a woman makes an allegation, that's down as, okay, well, that's the truth and he's guilty. And look at have you seen about the documentary Outcry?
I have seen Brendan Schaub talk about that.
That's my point exactly. Mm-hmm. If anything is said about whether it was kids or adults, if anything is said against men, they are treated as if they are guilty. The male is guilty in nearly every situation. That isn't okay. Imagine if the roles were reversed and any female that there was an allegation against, they were guilty. Yeah. Like, if this chick that's come out and said that whatever Bryan did, if everyone come out and said, she's a fucking idiot, Bryan wouldn't do that. Ignore her. Because that's exactly what they're doing to him.
Yeah, I know. And women always preach about it being like, this is why women don't come out because no one believes them. But it's not the case. Like, when it's something that you have no proof on and it's just news on the internet and it's ruining someone's career, clearly.
Yeah.
Like,
there needs to be evidence.
there needs to be evidence for this, and they always go to blame, this is why we don't tell, like, this is why it doesn't come out more, and that's why Amy Schumer's like, I'll be the voice of this.
Yeah.
Girls are finally talking. But they're making shit up.
Well,
like,
we don't know if they're making it up, but what we do know is there is no evidence so far. It's he said, she said, the same as the Dalia stuff. And Dalia actually come out with evidence saying, well, actually, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
And he has evidence to prove that. Now, the next victim in this situation is Bryan Callen, who's, I've seen people come out saying he is the nicest bloke. I've never seen him do anything like this.
Yeah.
And basically saying that there's no way that any of this is true. But at the same time, we don't know. There is no evidence.
Exactly.
But
we're going off what everyone else has at this stage.
Exactly. But people like Amy Schumer are, for one, they're misdirecting the public into thinking someone is guilty before they've seen a judge, before there's been any evidence, which, for one, that is not fair. Whether he's guilty or innocent, you cannot come out and say to millions of people that he's guilty without any fucking facts. Because I really, really hope some shit comes out about her and she's in this situation because she thinks she's all high and mighty posting shit about these people when I get what she's trying to do, right? I get that she's trying to be there for women. She's trying to be like this fucking savior and this amazing human.
But
right?
start with the facts.
Yeah, but you need evidence to do that. You can't just come out with... Any woman can't message you and go, oh, yeah, Bryan did that to me too, just so they get a reply from someone with a blue tick. And then you go, perfect, another one. Post that on me social media. Because as much as you might think you're helping, you are not helping. Because if this ended up in court, do you know how hard it's going to be to find somebody or a jury or whatever it is to be there that don't know anything about the case?
Yeah.
It's nearly impossible when you've got people. So that automatically he's going to get an unfair trial, you know, like when everyone's coming out basically saying he's guilty.
Yeah.
Before there's any fucking evidence. And
like with what she's doing, like, and putting out that, could she get in trouble with that, like for defamation?
I fucking hope so.
Because that is ruining someone's career when you have no idea what you're talking about.
She wasn't there. She's posting it on her social media and she's fucking sitting at home thinking she's a mad dog. You're a fucking peasant. That's the only word that I can use to describe it.
Yeah. And it's not like this is new. Like, this is just reoccurring.
Well, it seems like it's just one after the other.
Literally.
I've seen Sam Tripoli came out and said this has all been since Joe Rogan said that she steals jokes. Oh, man. I fucking hope that, for one, I hope that Bryan didn't do it.
Yeah.
I hope that...
all do.
And like he came out and said, I have never... Yeah, we've seen that on his podcast. The fact that fucking this peasant has come out and she's basically she thinks she's helping people, right? You're not helping anyone unless you know for a fact that what you're saying is the truth.
Yeah.
Because anything, even if it's slightly wrong...
You're going to look like an idiot.
Exactly. And you would think after what happened to the whole Dalia thing that maybe she would realise. But I'd love to see what Whitney Cummings' position is on this, considering she loves Bryan and
reckons
Brendan.
He's the best.
And, you know, she was all for fuck you, Chris D'Elia.
Yep.
So
I'm standing with the women as well, so let's see what she says about this topic.
Hopefully, maybe she has a word to Amy Schumer and it's like, well, hold up.
I did this last situation, so maybe you should back it up as well.
Fuck you, Amy Schumer. Fuck you.
I really hope that Bryan and that he keeps putting out the podcast and stuff and doesn't do what Chris did, because
I understand why Chris did that though.
So do I. I know what you're saying, and like I agree with that too, but with Bryan, like, he's always really open about everything and is so...
They have one of the best podcasts. We love
Literally.
listening to that. Like, we love Rogan. Rogan is the man, obviously. But The Fighter and the Kid for us is like, okay, this is the time it's usually up. Let's watch it. Even at the middle of the day, we'll be at home to watch. We love watching, and even when if they have a different guest on, if Brian's not there, it's like, oh. If Brendan's not there, if Brendan's not there, it's like, oh. But them two together, I think they have one of the best podcasts out there.
Literally,
and
it's so good.
I do agree with you on that. I hope he does keep putting out content, because I feel like if you do what Dalia did, it kind of, even though we now know with what's came out about Chris, that he did nothing wrong, I do think it does make you look that little bit guilty when you try and get away from it.
That's what I'm meaning by it. Like, it'd be good if he comes out with his next podcast and is like, well, these are allegations, so I'm still going to go and do my job. He did that last time, so I'm hoping that he keeps, constantly keeps putting it out and just basically says a big fuck you until, but like I said, if there was something that he's done, I'm sure the court, the judge, and will be handling
that whole
this.
system will be the ones that find him accountable, and he will get the repercussions of that. But some idiot posting on their social media that they're the voice for women. No, you're not. You're not the voice for women. You're an idiot. Any person with a voice for women doesn't just jump to, this woman said that. You need facts before you do that. You cannot come out with fucking bullshit, because like I said, that means that anyone can do that. I can talk shit about Amy Schumer. I might put that as the caption of this video.
Amy Schumer
sexually assaulted my doodle. Fucking peasant.
But like what Joe Rogan said in his podcast the other week, how he said that everyone, like, getting cancelled these days is like a huge thing. Like, anyone can get cancelled in the blink of an eye, because everyone on social media just jumps on it and goes, they're guilty, blah, blah, blah. Give it a month, they're back. And then
there's been nothing happen because it's, okay, well, them girls obviously just wanted a few more likes on their Instagram post or their Twitter post. And then you've got people like Amy Schumer who jump on that and go, you know what, I could be, everyone's going to think I'm a fucking mad dog.
I'm nothing at the moment, so
how can I be relevant? How can I be relevant right now? I'm going to be the voice for women. Fuck up. That woman, seriously, I really do hope that the truth comes out and she gets made to look like a fucking clown, because if she didn't look like a clown enough after what happened to Dalia, you would think maybe she would go, okay, well,
I might wait.
I might hold back after the fucking mistake I made last time. No, I'm going to be right in there quick to make sure everybody knows that it's coming from me. I'm the fucking big dog here. She's a fucking peasant, and I hope she gets cancelled, because she thinks she has so much more authority than she does. You're a no one. You stole some jokes and you've been in some movies. You have no authority. You don't have the right to fucking say that somebody's guilty because somebody said that they did that. Because that's he said, she said bullshit, as far as Limp Bizkit would say it.
I really hope
I think you better quit talking that shit, or you be leaving with a fat lip. Limp Bizkit and chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavoured water.
No, I really hope that we don't have to come back and do another thing on this.
Oh my God. It's seriously pissing me off, because how easily people's careers can be ruined all because of somebody coming out and saying that.
It's so wrong.
I just think celebrities and people with a following like that, and the majority of them they don't get involved in stupid shit like this.
Not to mention, if it was me in that situation and I had been assaulted by someone that was famous, the last thing I would want is it to be posted over everything.
Exactly.
I would want it to be private, make him lose his job.
It's not even about...
But not even make him lose his job, but to not be out there and being someone that's done something wrong.
Well, see, for me, I would, if that was me in that situation, and I think for most women, they would want the person who assaulted them to be held accountable for their actions,
exactly.
Right? In front of a judge, and they get handed to them what the, you know, and they get punished for the crime they committed.
Not just get cancelled on social media. Like,
but not only that, Amy Schumer is, all she's doing is, for one, it's like she's trying to take credit for that woman being assaulted, right?
Yeah.
It's like she's trying to go, yep, well, I posted that, like I've done that. So if say he did do this, and he gets charged, it's like,
she wants all the praise.
I did that. That was me. No, it wasn't. Someone was
unfortunately
assaulted,
exactly.
And yeah, I'm sure the victims wouldn't want some idiot, if they are victims. You know what I mean? That's like, we're just saying hypothetically here. But yeah, I think she's a fucking idiot, and I think she should not be allowed to post shit on social media in that nature without evidence. She just looks like a fucking idiot, and I hope the rest of the world can see the same thing we see in that situation, because I know there's a lot of people, especially her fans,
that's what the wrong thing is.
Yeah, like there's going to be especially her fans are going to be like, oh, do you see what Bryan Callen did to their friends? Where
they don't realize the power that they have. Like, I
think she does.
And they're using it.
I think she knows exactly what she's fucking doing.
Yeah, and they're using it to their advantage when it's just wrong. Like, they should be using it to do good in their field and what they're doing. Like,
yeah, well, she's got no field. What is she? She's been in some movies. Like, she's got no.
Yeah.
There's no reason for her to be posting this shit, right? If she wants to help, why not speak to the women that were assaulted, that claim to be assaulted, and see if they need fucking counselling or anything of that
financial
nature.
For
not
a lawsuit.
Posting it on social media, because what is that doing? You're basically ruining someone's career, for one, and now the woman that claims to be assaulted, now the whole fucking world knows about it.
That is frustrating.
And what I was going to say too is, in that situation, she's just, I just don't understand, like, what she's trying to get. Like, is she trying to retaliate to?
Yeah, like, is
there something? Was one of these boys, did Dalia turn her down, or did Bryan turn her down, or make her look like an idiot with something? Because it's like she's having a power trip to the max, in my opinion. I was going to say something, but I've completely forgot what I was going to say.
But I just don't understand how you can feel good about ruining someone else
before there's any
evidence. And then, not to mention, if the girl is telling the truth, you're now broadcasting everything. Like, people go about things in such stupid ways these days.
Yeah,
like,
but that's why she's not in that field. That's why she shouldn't be talking about it, because she's making herself look like an idiot. And
I feel like people look at the internet as a whole nother world. Like, live in the real world. If you have sexual assault allegations, do the steps that you're meant to do.
Don't post it on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, like,
go to the police. Or, you know, it's a worry, and it's scary to think how easily stuff like this can happen, you know, and nobody's safe, because all it is one person has to say one thing, and these days you are guilty until proven innocent. And even if you're proven innocent, that's sometimes still not enough, and your career is gone.
Yeah.
And that is fucked.